Welcome, spiritual travelers, to another Mystic Owl Pick a Card reading. I'm Mystic Owl, or Nathan. Today the theme is, it's a love theme for singles again. I did one of these about 3 weeks ago, but I've had a request to do another singles love theme, so this is part 2 of that theme. We have 4 piles for you today. Pile 1 with the peach arrow. Pile 2 with the lime green arrow. Pile 3 with the lilac arrow. And pile 4 with the light blue. As per usual, please look over the cards, use your intuition to pick a pile. Remember, this is a timeless reading, so the time that you come across this is the time that you need to receive this message about your love life. I wish you all the best. Good luck. And on that, let's move on to pile number 1. Welcome, pile 1 with the peach arrow. What a beautiful color. Let's find out, kind of reminds me of the heart, what's in store for your love life if you're a singleton by looking at your tarot cards. First card you have is the 7 of Needles. Betrayal, deception, cheating. I despise this card. You have the 6 of Needles. Interesting, 6 and 7, there you go. A rite of passage, moving on, healing. Okay, and your final tarot card is the 4 of Matches in reverse. Leaving home, transition, and uncertainty. I am sensing that you're quite young. Pile 1. Either that or that you still have that like aura, or not aura, you still have that air of innocence, of there's a real energetic vibrancy about this group of just seeing life from that really innocent perspective of magic and wonder, which is a beautiful thing. Just wanting to get out and learn and be like the fool and just, yeah, see what the world can throw you and what you have to offer the world too. Saying that, I am sensing that potentially you have been burned before also. But it hasn't really changed your heart. You're still very innocent and gentle. You've got here the card of betrayal, deception, and cheating. That potentially you've been in a relationship that didn't work out, that someone hasn't always been the most honest with you. But there's just an energy of wanting to let go of that and put it behind you and move on and actually sort of start all over again. A real sense of renewal and vigor from this group that I'm getting from those cards. With the leaving home, 4 of Matches in reverse, leaving home, transition, and uncertainty, I am sensing that you have certain things in life that you want to achieve, and that even though you'd like to meet someone special because you're watching a love reading, obviously, but there's other things in your life that are probably more of a priority to you right now. Yeah, I think, and potentially, without looking at the rest of the cards, that maybe that should be your focus. There's a progression here from 6 to 7 of Needles, meaning that you're expanding your consciousness, that you want to learn more and know more about the world, who you are, what you want to do, where you want to go with life, and be out on your own to face your own battles, to overcome your own challenges, to make something for yourself. Yeah, nice. Interesting also because the 6 of Needles is all about like a rite of passage in reverse, learning what you can achieve and overcome on your own. Cool. Let's see what your oracle cards have to say. First card you've got is the Frog Spirit and Clear Out the Clutter, number 28. Okay, potentially there is still a bit of residual heartache or grief from a certain relationship that didn't quite go the way that you had wanted it to. And you're being called to sort of let go of any sort of attachment to that relationship and to let go of any thought processes that aren't serving you. And you have the chameleon spirit. I love this card. It's beautiful. Number 14, act as if. You also have number 8, the sacral chakra. Lovely. And you have the card of desires, number 12, also related to the sacral chakra. Goals, passion, craving, and fulfillment. Right. So I am sensing that for you, pile 1, there's things in life that are probably a greater priority to you right now. Maybe you aren't quite aware of that potentially yet, but and you do want to meet someone because we all want love in our life, right? You're watching a love reading. But I sense that you're really quite driven. You have a lot of things that you want to achieve. There's a lot of lots of goals that you want to fulfill in your own life. The sacral chakra card and the card of desires, I'm really sensing that you're a very intellectual but also a very creative being. That creativity comes naturally to you. There's something that you want to create or that you want for yourself to be your own masterpiece. It's time for you to let go of any sort of heartache or pain from a previous relationship that didn't work out and understand that you have a bigger calling right now, and it's about sort of mastering your own goals and achieving your own dreams, basically. Chameleon spirit, act as if. Being able to change and change the way that you act around certain people, be very adaptable to changes in your life too. The card's really indicating that it's time for you to follow your dreams and your passions and act as if you've already achieved those goals. To resonate from a place of being grateful for what you have in life already and for the lessons that you've learned and overcome. And that you can manifest these goals and dreams. That the cards are indicating to you that if you dedicate yourself right now to your own path and your own passions, that you'll have a lot of success, I sense. And I do sense that you're very excited about it too, with the card of leaving home, uncertainty, and the card of desires, that you are aware that there's other things that you want too that maybe are more of a priority to you than love at this point in time. Saying that though, I do see love in your future very soon, even potentially pile 1, because you've got here the sacral chakra, the card of desires, with the woman looking quite sort of sexual and opening her arms up, welcoming somebody in. And with the 4 of matches being the 4 of wands, which is the card of homecoming and celebration, and enjoying working on your home and your family. That you have this energy within you, the potential to raise a family and to find love very soon. I just sense that it's probably not your biggest priority right now. I'm really sensing a group that wants to travel, actually. What I'm picking up on is a need to travel, with clear out the clutter, sort of minimizing your materialistic needs and wants. With the rite of passage here and the six of needles in reverse. And just with the card of desires, goals, fulfillment, and cravings, there's a real sense of just wanting to go out on an adventure and be on your own, to experience your own journey. I'm really picking up on a group that wants to travel as a priority, and potentially, if you do travel overseas, that's where you might meet this special someone. I am sensing though that for you, pile 1, in terms of actually meeting this special person, that it's best not for you to go out and sort of search for this person, but to just be open to them coming to you. To act as if you're already happy with who you are as a person, and they'll find you very attractive and radiant. With the woman here opening her arms and being very receptive. And the sacral chakra, which is like the feminine sort of center of our body and being, there's a real need for you to just be very receptive and allow that love to come to you, that you will draw them in as opposed to you having to go searching for them. So if you just focus on your own desires and your own goals right now, I think that will also come naturally as part of like a byproduct, really, of just finding your own inner happiness. Yeah, lovely. Nice reading. On that pile one, let's get some further messages from the Standard Rider-Waite Tarot deck about your potential love life. There's one already. Yeah, okay. So with the Chameleon Spirit, number 14 too, act as if. As I said earlier, the chameleon being able to like change your skin and really be quite adaptable. I sense that there's a lot of things that you're quite good at. You're like a jack of all trades that have the ability to really adapt well to any environment, pick up on new skills very easily. With the 6 of Needles and the 7 of Needles, you've also got the Queen of Swords that's jumped out here, which I'll talk about shortly. You're a very intellectual and intelligent group too. With the ability to really take on new skills and learn new skills quite quickly, I sense. And your other 2 cards is the Emperor in reverse, okay? And the 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles being the card of feeling as if you're lacking something in life, that things aren't working out for you, that you've always been in a hardship and you always will be. But I really sense that this is just a warning for you to just be in that mindset of focusing on your goals and your own desires, that your priority shouldn't be about meeting someone just yet, because I sense that you have a lot of things that you want to achieve in life, and just to be really grateful for those experiences that you've been through. You've got the Emperor in reverse, the Emperor being the card of authority, of taking charge. I think this is really an indication that it's indicating to you to just sort of slow down and to not be so forceful in terms of actually meeting someone, that your person will come by being a lot more receptive and open, allowing them to come to you. You don't have to take control of your love life. You need to take control of your own life, basically. And yeah, with the Queen of Swords too, she is the epitome of intellect and of reasoning, a very, very analytical person that sees things from a logical perspective and sort of cuts through the emotional BS. A highly intellectual group, pile 1, with a lot of desires and a lot of goals that you want to fulfill in your own life first. I am sensing that you will find love, and that you have the potential to really raise a happy family and have that bliss fulfillment from a family perspective also. But I just see a group that really wants to get out and travel and see the world first and achieve certain goals, to not have to feel like they're missing out on love because they are loving their own life right now. Yeah, cool. On that pile 1, let's get some further messages from the Dragon Oracle deck for you about your love life. I am also noticing a lot of number sequences here. You have 3, 1 and 2 making 3 in the Desires card. You have 4 with the Emperor. You have 5 with the 1 and 4 in the Chameleon Spirit. You've got number 4 also with the 4 of Matches. Number 5 also with the Pentacles. You've got the 6 of Needles. You've got the 7 of Needles. And then you've got number 8 card here. A group that really wants to achieve a lot of things, that wants to move through their own life very logically, take control. A group that has the ability to really achieve amazing things if you put your mind to it. Oops. There you are. Okay, well, 2 orange cards, along with the Emperor and the Sacral Chakra, indicating that there's a need for you in terms of finding love to just sort of allow that to come to you, to be receptive and open, to not chase it, that it'll come to you naturally. You have the Crystal Yellow Dragon, opens you to higher learning and wisdom. There you go. Well, higher learning and wisdom, as I was saying before, a very intellectual, very bright group that doesn't want to be sort of just satisfied with mediocrity in life. You want to achieve a lot of things, I think. I sense Pile 1, and you've got a real desire and drive to do that too. Expand your crown chakra for illumination. Walk the higher spiritual path. Nice. And your other card, Source Dragon, attunes you to the infinite. Be still in the silence. Magic can happen. Be in the moment. There you go. Wow. Firstly, with the magic can happen, and fulfillment in goals, you have the ability to really achieve anything that you put your mind to, with the Queen of Swords here being your archetype. Highly intellectual, very intelligent. Someone that's very driven too. But in terms of love, attuned to the internet and to the infinite, sorry, not internet, higher learning and wisdom. Yeah, I think if you focus on your own dreams and your own goals, then this will happen naturally for you. When one thing starts to fall into place in our life, other things start to cascade into place too, if that makes sense. When you are a happier being because you're out traveling or achieving your own goals, getting that PhD or finding that dream career of yours that brings you satisfaction and happiness, then you'll radiate that beautiful energy from your core, like the Sacral Chakra card here, and it'll really just you'll be a magnet to people, that your divine counterpart, as I like to say, as opposed to soulmate, will just be naturally drawn to you because you're just radiating beautiful energy. Yeah, have a think about what your priorities are, I sense, Pile 1. I do sense that there's probably things that are more important to you right now if you really think about it. That's all I have for you, Pile 1. I hope that resonated with you. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so. And let's move on to Pile 2. Welcome, Pile 2, with the lime green arrow. Nice. Let's find out what's in store for your love life if you're a singleton by looking at your cards, your tarot cards. Your first card is Judgment in reverse. Indecision, self-doubt. Interesting. Life lessons. Indecision. Self-doubt. Potentially there is someone in your life already, Pile 2. And you're just not sure if you should commit to them or if they're the right person for you. Either that, or potentially sometimes you sense that you're not worthy of a relationship, I sense. Or that you're never going to get a relationship. You have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Heartbreaker, jealousy, moods. Okay, there you go. And your final card is the Messenger card. Spirit guides, protection, divine signs, right. Interesting. So you've got two major arcana cards there with the Messenger and the Judgment in reverse, indicating that in terms of meeting your divine counterpart, or a love interest anyway, there's a really deep message and meaning behind, I guess, any relationships that you have. That your interpersonal relationships and your intimate relationships in general, there's something there that you're really learning about, maybe in terms of communicating, giving and receiving. Yeah, that you're doing a lot of soul growth, I suppose, in terms of how you interact with people, and learning from those interactions when things don't go so well or you have fights or arguments. Maybe what works when you communicate with people and what doesn't. Understanding how people like to be treated and how you like to be treated in return also. Yeah, I see a lot of karmic lessons in terms of the relationships and interactions that you have with other people, basically. You've got there the Knight of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Cups in the upright position is that charmer, that poetic charmer that likes to swoon and woo over that person that they're interested in. But in reverse with Heartbreaker, I have a feeling that for you, Pile, too, I'm sensing that maybe there's a little bit of a commitment phobia, that potentially you have met people in the past that may have been just perfectly beautiful people that you could have had a relationship with, but then that self-doubt or that fear of commitment potentially comes in, or that fear of feeling as if you're worthy of a relationship, or worthy of being with that person. I do sense that there's some work that you need to do first in terms of overcoming your own insecurities about how you are in relationships and your interpersonal relationships. Yeah. All right, let's see what the rest of your cards have to say. You've got number 7 here. Bee Spirit. Sweet results await. Okay. Nice. Well then, that's a positive omen for the future. 7 being a very spiritual number 2, about connection to spirit with the messengers. You've got the spirit guides here and messenger, protection, divine signs. I sense that you have the ability to tap into higher wisdom and higher knowledge, and to actually follow the path from your spirit guides here. Also with Judgment in reverse, Judgment being really the card of awakening and divine calling, being called by the universe for a certain task or mission. I really sense that you are learning who you truly are by the relationships that are being mirrored. That a lot of these relationships are sort of divinely guided to you, in the sense so that you can actually grow and expand, open your heart up, learn who you are and what power you have, by the way that you interact with other people. It also says here, sweet results await. So I do sense that that through all of this learning, through the pain that you're going through in terms of feeling as if you may not be worthy of certain relationships, or really struggling in certain interactions with people, that hard work that you're being forced or subject to is actually learning you to grow, so that you can eventually have some divine results from all of this work. And with this being a love reading, sweet results away, I sense that you are learning to be a lot more open and caring and compassionate, and that there is a happy future here for you. You also have number 47, Pig Spirit. Use your mind wisely. Okay. Well, pigs being being quite a lucky omen in some cultures. Yeah, I do sense that you do have some, that your future is bright in terms of meeting someone. But there's a little bit of karmic lessons that you need to go through first. With Pig, 4 and 7 making 11, which is the angel number 2, you are being quite divinely guided. I sense that these relationships and interpersonal struggles that you have are only for your own benefit, in terms of actually growing into yourself and becoming a lot more compassionate. But it says here, use your mind wisely. I sense that you can actually be quite judgmental of people too, Paul, too. Um, that you, when you meet someone, you have a tendency to sort of judge them in your own mind. If you meet someone on a date or something, and they're communicating with you, I think you have a tendency to really just to judge them before actually listening to them or hearing them out. That may seem quite harsh, but I'm only reading the cards as I see it. But I do sense it's all about you learning not to be so judgmental, both on yourself and on other people. That you are completely okay as you are. That you don't need to manipulate or to sabotage certain relationships because you sense that you're not good enough, or that maybe they're not good enough for you. Just to be a bit more in the moment. Ah, nice. Okay, you have the card 24 in love. Kindness, benevolence, sharing and receiving. Excellent. Well, that's another positive omen for you too. So you've got number 7 and B spirit, sweet results await. And then you have the card of love, indicating that there is love in your future. And your final card, is number 23. So you got number 23 and 24. Also related to the heart chakra, which is probably why you got the green arrow too. Letting go, healing, growth, and compassion. I understand. I have a greater understanding now of what's going on with you, Paul, too. You're being subjected and forced to deal with certain relationships and interpersonal relationships that are quite often quite challenging for you, and you're learning from each and every one of those experiences because it's slowly allowing you to try not to be so controlling in your own life, to judge yourself and to judge other people, and to very slowly open up your heart and to let that guard down, to let people in and understand that nobody's perfect, yourself included, and that you can love people if you open your heart to it. And when you do sort of let that guard down, and start operating as the charmer, or turning this Knight of Cups card in the upright position, that you can tap into that charming, compassionate, sensitive side of yourself, and that you have a beautiful future by meeting someone really quite amazing. Sweet results await for you, and the love card indicating that there's love in your future. That it's about you not judging people or judging yourself and being too critical. And to just follow the messages from your spirit guides, because I do sense that you are quite attuned also, Pal, too. With the synchronicity here of 23 and 24 related to the heart chakra and spirit guides. And use your mind wisely, as well as the judgment card too. You are connected to spirit and you are learning some karmic lessons about relationships, basically. Interesting. All right, Pal, so let's get some further messages about your love life from the Standard Rider-Waite Tarot deck. There is a lot of water and heart-centered cards in this reading. With number 7, B Spirit, sweet results await. You've got the love card, you've got the forgiveness card in terms of forgiving yourself and letting go of any hardships, any sort of traumatizing or less than pleasant interactions that you've had in the past, let's say. And the Knight of Cups, too, relating to your emotions. I do sense that you are quite an emotional being. Potentially you have the ability sometimes to react quite strongly to things that don't work out the best. But on the flip side, you're a very compassionate and warm person when you really tap into that energy. If you operate from a place of love and compassion, then people really find you quite gregarious and enjoy being around you. That you are a loving being already, but sometimes you can just be a little bit too hard on yourself and a bit too critical of other people. Okay, there are your cards. Yeah, okay, the first card is the Two of Wands. Looking out over the horizon, planning for the future. 2 being the number of well, a balance to start with, in terms of being more in balance with your own emotions, taking control of your emotions, and maybe not being so reactive sometimes, but also too is the number of relationships. So, oh wow, okay, you have the Magician card. There you go. You are a powerful being. You are learning a lot of sort of karmic lessons about love, about relationships, and interacting with people. And you have the Nine of Pentacles. Lovely. Who is that independent woman looking after herself and is in control of her own life. I sense that you're going through some lessons about learning to be independent, to love yourself first, pile two. To overcoming that ability to be quite reactive and to respond quite emotionally to certain situations, and to operate from that heart center and being very compassionate, warm, and loving, and to let go of any judgments or preconceived ideals on what love should be, basically. But you have the Magician card, which I sense is your archetype. You're in this place of really desiring love and wanting to meet someone, and you can see that it's in your future. You got the world in your hand here. You can see that you have love in your future, and you have the ability to manifest it too. And I sense that will come naturally when you actually start to, just operate a little bit more from that genteel, loving, compassionate side a little bit. Nice. Finally, pile two, let's get some further messages about your love life from the Dragon Oracle deck. I am also noticing, so with the Magician, he has all of the elements there: fire, water, earth, and air. You've got the Nine of Pentacles. You have a lot of cards relating to the heart chakra, and water, with the Knight of Cups in reverse, forgiveness, and the Love card. You've also got a lot of air energy too, with the Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely, and the Bee Spirit, bees being in the air. And the Pentacles, from the Magician and the Pentacles card, that you're quite a powerful individual and can manifest whatever you want. Once you get through all of these karmic lessons about how you interact with people, and learn from those experiences, draw upon the knowledge that you're gaining from those hardships and interactions, that you can really manifest whatever you want, whether it be a relationship, your dreams, your ideal career, traveling. You have the ability to really sort of draw upon a lot of inner wisdom and power, I sense, pile two. And that love is in your future. I do see love in your future, because you've got the Two of Wands there, with the man looking out into the horizon. You've got the Love card, and then you've got number 7 and the Bee Spirit of sweet results await. There is love coming to you. Nice. Okay. I'm just going to read this to start with, because it's just poetic and absolutely represents exactly what I've been saying. You're the Rose Pink Dragon. Prepare your heart to connect with the higher facets of cosmic heart. Open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with love of the universe. Okay. You are really learning to love yourself first, basically. Through all of these hardships and interactions that you've been through, you're letting your guard down and learning little bit by little bit about what love is all about, and how you want to be treated and how to treat other people. And when you do that, I sense that love will flow to you straight away. With the card of love and the Rose Pink Dragon, really hitting on the concept of love and learning to love, I do sense that love is manifesting, that you have the ability to manifest a relationship very soon. And your final card is the Air and Water Dragon. It helps you connect to higher frequencies. Trust your intuition, develop your psychic abilities, be open to enlightenment, express your inner song. Green also. Pile 2, I also see another group that's quite spiritually connected. I actually did Pile 4's reading earlier because I like to mix it up a little bit when I'm doing the readings. And that was a group that was very attuned to their spirit guides too. That they were sort of receiving messages and guidance, but it was more about them actually following the breadcrumbs in order to meeting that person. With you, I think it's about following your guidance in terms of learning to open your heart up and to be a lot more warm-hearted, who I think you actually are already. That's in you, and you have the ability to operate from that sense. But sometimes I sense that you can get a little bit overwhelmed by the depth of emotions that you feel. You're a being that is highly emotional, and those emotions can become a little bit out of balance and overwhelming at times. And you just need to learn to control your emotions and to operate from the place of being loving and kind and compassionate. And I see love coming to you pretty quickly because you have the ability to manifest whatever you want, Pile 2. Yeah, and you will turn that Knight of Cups in the upright position and be that charming, poetic, dreaming, loving individual that can really sort of woo anyone that they want. Interesting reading, Pile 2. Keep working on yourself, and I can see it happening very soon. That's all I have for you. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe. And let's move on to Pile 3. Welcome, Pile 3, with the lilac arrow. Let's find out what's in store for your love life if you're a singleton by looking at your cards. We'll start with your tarot cards. First card you have is the Six of Buttons, or the Six of Pentacles in the Standard Tarot. Unpaid debt, stinginess, self-care. It's not always the best start for a love reading. What I am drawn to there, though, is the expression of self-care, indicating potentially it's time for you to look after yourself at this time. You have the King of Needles. Discipline, intellect, and authority. Nice. So that could be you, or it could be somebody else coming into your life soon. An intellectual person that might be able to be your intellectual match. Pile 3. Lots of air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, potentially. And you have the card of Strength. Lovely. Influence, control, and compassion. Beautiful. With the sea lion balancing the ball. And your oracle cards. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch, number 18. My favorite number. You have the Groundhog Spirit. Groundhog Day. Time to let go, number 31. You have number 45 in intelligence, education, knowledge, perception, and flexibility. And your last card is number 29, the throat chakra. Nice. More air energy. The throat chakra relates to your communication and your thoughts. I am sensing for you, Pile 3, that it's time for you to look after yourself for a moment. I sense that you've probably been through a bit of heartache and pain in a previous relationship that didn't work out. And you still haven't let go yet of that pain and trauma. Just maybe stuck in your own mind about why it didn't pan out the way that you had hoped for. But there really is an indication that you could meet someone soon, I'm sensing. So you've got here at number 45 in intelligence, you have the throat chakra related to your mind and your thoughts and how you communicate. And the King of Needles, all related to air energy. What I am sensing is that if you continue to do the work, release any sort of heartache or pain, that potentially there's a chance for you quite soon to meet your intellectual match. With the King of Needles, I sense that that is somebody new coming into your life that will just be really inspiring, and that and you'll know that this person is really special and dear and important to you because you'll be able to communicate really freely and have similar interests in life, I sense. This person will really inspire you and keep you motivated to keep going, just because I sense that they'll be your intellectual match. Someone that you'll just love communicating with and sitting down and having conversations with. But I do sense before you meet this person, there is a need to sort of look after yourself a little bit more. With the 6 of buttons in reverse here, it did say self-care. You've got the card of strength, groundhog spirit, time to let go, and deer spirit, bring a gentle touch. Really indicating that that you need to do some work in terms of looking after yourself, releasing any sort of heartache from a previous relationship. Try to process the pain a little bit more and sort of I am sensing that sometimes you can get a little bit down on yourself, pile 3, and sort of delve into self-pity sometimes. And I'm not judging on that because we all do it. But instead of actually feeling down and being a little bit nasty or negative towards yourself, maybe just allow yourself to process the pain first. Release that energy from that past heartache and pain. And just know that there is somebody coming in. I do see for you that once you've actually moved on from that past relationship and you're not holding on to it anymore, not thinking about it or dwelling on it anymore, starting to like love yourself a little bit more and radiating from your center, believing in yourself too with the throat chakra, having some confidence in who you are as a person, that you'll meet somebody quite special with the King of Needles archetype, somebody that is in control of their life, that is highly intellectual, quite charming, I sense also, and that will inspire you, pile 3, to get out there and be your best self. I do sense that this will be somebody that could be a soulmate or a kindred spirit anyway. With also deer spirit and bring a gentle touch. I sense that this person not only will be highly intellectual, a good talker and quite charming, but I also sense that they're going to be quite compassionate, that they're a very dear person in terms of being very gentle and kind. So this person's going to be a keeper. But before you meet them, there is just a need for you to start to love yourself too, with the love heart here and the groundhog spirit, time to let go. Look after your own needs, and once you start to radiate your true essence to the world, I sense this person will just pop into your life and you'll be like, well, where have you been all my life? You are my match, Yeah, cool. On that pathway, let's move on to getting some further messages from the universe with the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. There is a need also potentially for you, pile 3, to just focus on your own needs and wants at this point in time. So with the unpaid debts, 6 of buttons and unpaid debts, and also with the card of intelligence with the books and education and perception, I am sensing that potentially there's some things that you want to achieve first in your own life. getting on top of your finances, learning to look after yourself and be independent. Potentially there's some more further study that you want to undertake. So I do see that there is a potential for you to actually just want to be your own person first, to be in control of your own life, and then to meet your match. And I sense that you'll go into this relationship then having a lot more confidence in that relationship, because you'll both be equal partners. You'll have enough to be able to give over and to receive back too from that other person once you are in control of your own life and your own wants, your own needs. Your first card's pretty amazing. Yeah. First card you have is the King of Wands in reverse, pile 3. I am sensing that this is the person that will be coming into your life when you are truly ready for it. At this point, you are the King of Wands in reverse, and there's a lot of potential in you. And I think you want to actually shine first and allow that potential out, to take control of your own life first. There's some further education that you want to undertake and potentially get into a place where you're financially stable. Yeah, the King of Wands is that leader that just knows what they want and leads by example. But I sense that if for you, you want to lead by example by being comfortable with your own life first, in terms of being able to be an independent woman or man, if you're watching this too. Be able to pay things for yourself, be in control of where your career is going, having your own assets and finances. Those things are important to you as a very intellectual person also, and you want somebody in your life that can actually match that. So your priority right now is to work on yourself and to really tap into this potential that you have within you, and to turn that card upside down. And then when I sense that you get into that place of being really truly comfortable with who you are and where you are in life, that you will actually meet this King of Needles, your intellectual match that can actually balance out your life. So you've got here the Two of Cups, which really is the card associated with companionship and romance. And your last card is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Once again, I just see that as being sort of an extension of who you are at the moment and what you want to be in the future. So like the King of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles is highly independent, very compassionate, very caring and generous with her wealth. Likes to look after people, but you want to look after yourself first and make sure that when you go into a relationship that you can meet that person halfway, and be sure that that person is your true soulmate in terms of being compatible, but also bringing as much energy to the relationship as you do. Yeah. So I see this as a really beautiful reading in terms of you're looking after your own needs first, making sure that you actually achieve all those things in life that are important to you before you actually give yourself over to that person that will be your soulmate, your perfect match. Let's finish up with some messages from the Dragon Oracle cards for you, pile 3. But what a beautiful reading so far. I do sense, though, that there maybe was a relationship in the past, as I said earlier, that didn't work out for you. So there's a little bit of internal work to go through too, in terms of releasing that energy, learning to love yourself and be okay with who you are as a person first before you meet this person. Okay, your 2 cards, the Green Gold Dragon from Sirius, brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology. Be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. And your final card is the aquamarine dragon from Neptune. Enables you to access your deepest soul wisdom. Spirituality and wisdom are available to you. Develop your psychic abilities and receive ineffable soul knowledge. So both of those cards are really talking about tapping into some sacred or divine knowledge that you have inside of you. Which really indicates to me that A, you have the ability to overcome any challenges in life that you may have been through already previously. Any heartache or pain that was caused to you by a previous relationship that didn't turn out. You have the ability to really tap into that strength within you, that inner strength that you have, overcome that challenge. And then, yeah, just focus on yourself and learn to love yourself. But B, I do sense also soul knowledge and sacred knowledge that you are quite intelligent. You're very cerebral. There's something in you that really is desiring to learn more, to expand your brain, basically. You're not going to be satisfied with just sort of settling for a relationship that I guess for you might be run of the mill. You really want something quite amazing in your intellectual match, I think. And you don't want a relationship that's going to hold you back from actually sort of achieving your own goals in life. So your ideal partner, which I see you meeting when you come into that place of being happy with who you are in your own right, is someone that supports you on your journey and actually encourages you to go out and be the most successful version of yourself also. I think you have a really bright future, actually, pile 3. Both of these cards too, green and gold dragon and aquamarine dragon, talk about a color related to the heart chakra too. So it does say here, be generous of, sorry, bring a gentle touch. I really sense that you also are a very kind and compassionate person, and that you do have the ability to sort of overcome this heartache that you've been through. And that you will meet that person that is kind of like your mirror, that mirrors you in every way that you love about yourself. That's all I have for you, pile 3. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And let's move on to pile 4. Hello, pile 4, with the light blue arrow. Lovely. It's a nice color. Let's find out what's in store for your love life if you're a singleton by looking at your cards, your tarot cards. Oh, you have the 10 of matches, which is the 10 of wands in the standard tarot. Accomplishment, responsibility. It does say here burden too. 10 of matches always being the nearing completion of like a spiritual journey or some sort of task is coming to an end. You're releasing that burden. Speaking of coming to an end, you have the World card and completion. Lovely. Harmony, triumph. Excellent. That's a beautiful card. Nice card to get for a love reading too. You have the High Priestess. Number 2. 2 being the number of relationships and partnerships. Inner voice, subconscious, silence, and intuition. Nice. You actually got 4 cards. The other group's only got 3, but 2 of them just flew out together, so I just thought I needed to take them both. And your last card is the Ace of Buttons. Opportunity, abundance, prosperity. Wow. I must admit your tarot cards are pretty amazing. Well, the Ace of Buttons, opportunity, a new opportunity. Generally, it's about your finances or career. But this is a love reading, so I sense that it's about you finding abundance and wholeness in your relationship, potentially, if you are single, with the World card and completion. And the number 2 in the High Priestess, I sense that you're that your luck is changing, that potentially you'll be meeting somebody very shortly, just based on your tarot cards. With the 10 of matches and accomplishment, I do sense that maybe any heartache or struggles that you've been through in terms of trying to meet someone, an equal partner, is coming to an end. There is also a need here, an indication with the Ten of Matches being the suit of like your spirit, and the High Priestess about your intuition, that you need to sort of rely on that inner voice and the intuition to guide you in terms of meeting somebody, I'm sensing. But with the World card and the Ace of Buttons both being about like success and a new opportunity, I think this is going to be a really positive reading. You have number 5, Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. There you are. Okay. So you are coming to an end of a cycle, pal, for that if you've been single for a while and just wondering when you're going to meet that special person, I'm really sensing that very soon you'll be meeting them. Yeah, probably in a way that you'd never imagined too. I do sense that you need to really tap into that inner knowledge here, that inner wisdom and your intuition in terms of following those breadcrumbs to meeting your special person. You also have number 53, Seahorse Spirit. Watch and wait. Okay. Watch and wait. That always indicates to me a bit of a mystery. I am sensing that this person is just going to come out of nowhere and they're really going to like take your breath away in a sense that maybe they're not who you would always imagine yourself ending up with. There'll be somebody completely different, but highly inspiring, I'm sensing. Watch and wait too. Watch and wait here. With the Ten of Matches and the World card, I am sensing that that you've been waiting for quite a while, that you've been single for a long time and just wondering when it's your time to really shine and find that person that is your equal, your match, your kindred spirit. A rebirth is assured though, and with the Ace of Buttons, both cards really indicating a new era of your life, like a new start basically. And because this is a love reading, I sense that it's about you actually meeting someone amazing. Oh wow. Ooh, I'm actually getting tingles from this card. You've got number 41 in intuition. Trust, insight, awareness, and guidance. Okay. Ooh. Well, there's some strong synchronicities in this reading. So you've got the High Priestess here with intuition. It says here intuition and inner voice. Watch and wait, indicating that there's a mystery or a mysterious aspect to this relationship and how it's gonna blossom. But the card of intuition is really indicating that yeah, you need to tap into that inner guidance, your intuition, your inner voice, and in order to actually to meet this person. I sense that not only in terms of how you'll meet them, in terms of following those breadcrumbs to actually meeting this person in some way, but I am sensing that you'll have an instant understanding and knowing that this is the person that you're meant to meet. I am sensing a bit of love at first sight, or just having that deeper knowing that this is someone that you've connected with maybe in a past life, and that you're meeting for a reason. You know, when you meet someone and you get that sense of serendipity that you've met them before, or that that you know that there's a deeper meaning or reason for actually coming across them. I am sensing it's going to be like that for you, where you'll have this instant spark of knowing that this person is meant to be in your life for a particular reason. And I sense it's because it's going to be a new, beautiful relationship for you, powerful. And your final card is the card of presence, awareness, attention, reality, and connection, which is more confirmation that this is going to be divinely guided to you, and that you'll have a sudden knowing and understanding that this relationship is for you, or that this person is actually very, very special and dear to you. I am also liking the synchronicity of 44 being pile number 4. Highly synchronistic reading, this one. Also, I am picking up on with the World card here and the card of presence, awareness, attention, reality, and connection, that this is going to lead you to actually a lot of other things sort of opening up in your life, a lot more opportunities growing. I think when one thing starts to fall into place in your life and you start to feel a lot more confident and vibrant about who you are as a person, you start to shine, and that energy starts to radiate out of you. A lot of other things start to fall into place too. So if you have had a bit of a rough run in life, just know that that time is ending, that cycle is completing. You're getting to the end of that cycle. And I do sense that all aspects of your life are going to start to fall into place, I should say, once you meet this person and start to feel a lot more happy and vibrant in this relationship. I am also sensing that this relationship will allow you to really be just truly present in life, to enjoy each moment, to be in the moment a little bit more instead of being in your own head and potentially stressing about other responsibilities or other issues in life. You'll forget about those troubles and really learn to just be in the moment with this person and just to enjoy each moment. Yeah, just watch and wait. Something beautiful's coming for you, pile 4, I sense. On that, for you, pile 4, let's move on to the Rider-Waite tarot deck to get some further messages and insight from the universe about this relationship. The bat spirit there, number 5, a rebirth is assured, just hanging upside down, reminds me a little bit of the Hanged Man in the Standard Tarot. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's amazing. Okay. Woo. So you got the High Priestess twice, both in the upright position. Both the number 2 too, about relationships and companionships. This was a love reading, but I am sensing that you're a very highly connected and spiritual individual with some spiritual gifts, pile 4. And I do sense that maybe the pain and trauma that you've been through, or that hard cycle of maybe things not falling into place or not meeting the person that you can spend the rest of your life with, has been for a reason. And it's about sort of learning to love yourself and to realize how strong you are as a person, that you can overcome any challenges, and that you can tap into some inner wisdom and know that you'll always be okay. When a card comes out twice in a reading, it's a real indication that message is very strong. And you've got the High Priestess twice, which is all about intuition and inner knowing, being highly connected to spirit too. I am sensing a group that's quite spiritually inclined and has some spiritual gifts. Along with the intuition card here, and also the World card and presence. This is a very sort of synchronistic and spiritual reading, and I think it's because you're actually overcoming a sort of harsh part of your life. That karmic cycle is ending, and it's your time to shine, like this intuition card. There's energy radiating from your heart and your head. And it's because you'll start to meet someone. You'll meet someone very soon. You'll be guided to them through signs and synchronicities, I sense, and just have that inner knowing that this person is the one that you're supposed to meet. I completely forgot what I was talking about before because I got so excited about that card. Oh, I was talking about the Hanged Man. Number 5, with the bat hanging upside down, reminding me of the Hanged Man, which is about seeing life from a different perspective, having a pause, being forced to take stock of certain situations in your life and not being able to move forward because the universe wants you to reassess where you're going, and to see things from a different perspective, to maybe have a look at those heartaches and pains and those challenges that you've had in the past and start to see that those things were actually blessings in some ways, that you're a lot stronger than you thought or imagined you were in the past because you've managed to overcome all of these challenges, and that you're still fighting and you're still here. So you've been through a bit of a harsh cycle, but I sense that your time is coming around. This karmic cycle is ending, and you're really tapping into something quite amazing with spirit, which will eventually lead you to your soulmate, although I try not to use that word. Your next card is the Five of Swords. And your final tarot card here, is the Nine of Cups. There you go, beautiful, which is the card of wish fulfillment and achievements. Having done so much hard work, being completely disciplined in terms of taking control of your own life, that you're emotionally satisfied with your own achievements, and wish fulfillment, that if you've been wishing and hoping to meet the special somebody, all of these cups, I sense, being certain challenges that you've had to overcome. And it's your time to meet this person, because you've done the work, you've been through the pain, you've been through the trauma, you know how strong you are, you know what you can accomplish. And now you're tapping into some inner wisdom and some guidance from your guides that you can use to really sort of follow those breadcrumbs in terms of meeting your perfect counterpart, really. With the Five of Swords, and this man taking these swords and walking away, I sense that life hasn't always been easy for you, that you've been a little bit hard on yourself too, or that potentially you've struggled to really understand why interpersonal relationships have been quite hard for you. Things haven't always gone that well in terms of communicating or relating to other people. But I'm sensing that cycle is ending, because you've got the World card here in the upright position and the Ten of Matches indicating the end of a cycle. That burden is being released, and now it's time for you to shine, to follow your intuition, and just know that your wishes are being fulfilled. Beautiful reading, Pile 4. Finally, Pile 4, let's get some further messages from the universe from the Dragon Oracle deck. I'm just really amazed with the spiritual context of this reading, with the number 41 in intuition, number 44 in presence, the two high priestesses, the World card, and even number 53 and watch and wait. This reading is really synchronistic and spiritually inclined. I think you're going to be meeting your someone that's definitely like part of your soul tribe. There's definitely a karmic connection coming in very, very soon for you, Powerful. Okay, your two cards. Earth and Fire Dragon works with you to clear the fifth dimensional ley lines. It is time for service. When you give, you receive. Same color too. Which is like that violet color, indicating that your crown chakra is wide open. Royal Blue and Gold Dragon strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. There you go. Awaken to your own majesty. Wear the cloak of power with pride. Right, so all of these challenges that you've been through in life previously, for you, Pile 4, you can now wear as stripes or badges of pride, because you've managed to overcome them on your own. You are a very strong and powerful individual that is really quite attuned to spiritual guidance. It does say here, it's time for service. When you give, you receive. I think this reading, although I do sense that you will be meeting somebody very soon, that this person is going to be your counterpart, your divine counterpart, and really allow you to sort of enjoy every moment in life from here on. That you have a certain gift that you're being called to actually share with the world. A spiritual gift, because you're highly connected and very attuned. I sense that you're quite clairvoyant also, Pile 4. I do sense that you're being called to sort of tap into that inner knowledge and power and that wisdom that you've sort of accumulated by all of these challenges that you've had, and be able to share that with people that are also struggling in life, and show that you can go from, zero to being a hero and finding your divine counterpart by just working through these challenges one by one. Wow, that's a really lovely reading. You're quite lucky, pile 4, I think. It's probably the best out of all of them so far. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.